Hi guys, it's Ashley, aka Lipstickittty from Cat's Beauty Chat. You remember that? I'm here to show you my glow to goth date night look. This look was actually inspired by Rocio Ceja. So what inspired me was this negative space heart. If you guys want to see how I created this goth date night look, then just keep on watching. I always like to start my eye looks with a primer. I actually use a concealer. I feel like concealer does the job, and I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light, taking a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger and apply that directly. And then I like to blend it out with a brush. I'm using this Morphe brush. It's the R32 domed brush. So I'm gonna go in with my well-loved Sugar Pill Pro palette, and I'm gonna take the white shade Taco, and I'm just gonna apply that in the inner corner with this deluxe brush from Real Techniques. This is gonna be for the baby pink shade. So once you have that down, I'm just going back in with Dolly Pop, which is this pink shade right here. I'm gonna use this brush, and this is the T56 brush. I love their brushes. They're all cruelty-free and really good. When you're dealing with bright colors, you want to do patting motions first, and then you want to blend it out. If you go in and just blend it, it's not going to really show up, especially with pinks. Now I'm just taking this clean blending brush, and I'm not going to add any product to it, and I'm just going to blend out the edges. That way it's nice and soft. So I'm just going back into that same shade with Dolly Pop, and now I'm going to focus it in the center, and I'm using the same brush, and I'm not going to apply the white shade first. Now I'm going back in with that same brush, and I'm not adding any product to it. I'm just gonna use it to clean up the edges. Now, my favorite part, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time, and this is Love Plus. It's just a true red shade. And I'm gonna take that with this blending brush from NYX, and this is the number 32 brush. I'm just taking this clean blending brush, and I'm just gonna clean up the edges. Now I'm just going back in with Dolly Pop and just making that color a little bit more brighter. So for the black, I'm gonna add a base before I add the black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use my Basket Case eyeliner from Kat Von D. This is the best black eyeliner ever. It holds up really well. I use it on my waterline too. It doesn't budge. You just wanna take a little bit on a brush. I'm gonna use this dome brush. It does dry really fast, so you don't want to apply this to both eyes at the same time, because by the time I'm done with this eye, if I were to go on this eye, it's gonna be completely dry and you're not gonna be able to blend it out. So now that I have my black base, I'm gonna go in with my black eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use Shacks from the Shade and Light eye palette, and I'm just gonna use a flat shader brush, and this is from Royal and Lane Nickel. So now I'm just gonna go back into my Sugar Pill palette and add a little bit more of Love Plus, which is the red shade. I'm gonna use the same NYX brush. You kind of want to create a V. You just want to focus it on the outer third. Now we're going in with our favorite little blending brush and just cleaning that all up again. I'm just adding a little bit of more pink, and I'm using the same brush and just doing tapping motions. Now here comes the super fun part. I actually got this trick from Rocio Ceja. She does these really unique negative space heart looks. It was super easy. So you want to take any sticker that you have. I'm going to use hearts. And you just want to pick it up with a set of tweezers. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner. I'm going to use my Morphe G18 brush. I'm going to pat that on top of the heart. Now taking my tweezers, I'm just going to peel that bad boy off. And then you have a little negative space heart. So I'm going to use these lashes from Rouge and Rogue, and these are in the style Lady Killer. These are also cruelty-free, no minks were harmed. So now that I have my eyelashes on, we can finally do our complexion. And I know what you're thinking, like your eyes aren't done, and you're right, they're not done. I like to finish my eyes after my foundation is on, just because I do really heavy eyeshadow underneath my waterline. For foundation, I'm gonna use my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I'm in the shade Light 49 Neutral. And I'm gonna use my Lock-It Featherweight Primer first. If you have dry skin, you're gonna love this primer because it's so moisturizing, and I'm using my Kat Von D Lock-It Edge foundation brush to apply it. One of my tricks is to mix these two bad boys together, and it turns into a lighter coverage, and it's super comfortable, but it's weird because you still get that kind of like full coverage look, but it looks like skin. I don't know how Kat does it, but it works. So I'm just gonna do 2 pumps of the primer, 1 full pump of the foundation. I'm not even gonna use all of that. That's how full coverage this foundation is. It's pretty loco. You wanna do pushing in motions. You don't wanna swipe it. If you swipe it, you're just gonna have streaky foundation all over the place. You wanna push it into your skin. I always like to go in with my beauty blender after just to make sure everything looks extremely blended, and just doing patting motions. You don't want to drag your foundation. To contour and to set my makeup, I'm going to use my Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. And when you contour, you always want to start at your ear and then bring it down. You don't want to do too much contouring right here and then have like a pale ass ear. Start at the ear, bring it down gradually, and then if you need to build it up, go ahead and build it up, but it's better to start with little product and build it up slowly instead of just having a harsh line. For lip, I'm gonna use 2 of my favorite shades from Black Moon Cosmetics. I'm gonna start with Abyss, go on top of that with Armageddon. This is just a really beautiful metallic burgundy shade. To set my face, I'm gonna use the Lock It Setting Mist from Kat Von D Beauty. This one has a really beautiful fine mist. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What's your glow to Goth Glam look? Tell me in the comments below or tag us. Stay fierce, my chicas. Chicas picantes.